What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joey Work from Run Pure Bets, and of course, I got my boy Jay with me. And this week, an episode dear to my heart. Not only is one of the best light heavyweights in the world, he's one of my good friends, special guest, my boy, nearly signed Bellator light heavyweight Corey Anderson. What's up, Corey?
What's going on, folks? How y'all been?
Good, man. What's up, Jay?
What's going on, man? Excited to do this show. Big fan of Corey.
Appreciate that, Jay.
All right, so first off, Corey, I want to say congrats on signing with Bellator. I know you got a lot of unnecessary slack from these keyboard warriors, but I know Chris Cyborg is pretty pumped that you joined her at Bellator.
Yeah, I mean, let the people talk. You're going to always have people say something wrong. Like one of my boys said, like, bro, you could have been a UFC champ, defended this 4 times and retired, but because you didn't defend it 5, people going to always have something to say. So you just got to do what you got to do. You know, I've been in this game 7 years. I've had all the naysayers. I've had keyboard warriors. I've had people say they're going to show up to the gym and they can show me what's up, but they'll never show up. You got to just learn how to let it roll off the skin like a duck in the water, man. It's just you just let them talk. Yap. At the end of the day, they still going to be at the TV watching me, whether it's to watch me win or to watch me lose. But you're paying to see me. So keep on talking.
All right, so additionally, this happened real fast. I know you have your eyes on this Bader versus Nemekov fight on August 21st, but Bellator does have some talented other fighters in the 205 division, including Phil Davis, Liam McHenry. Have you looked at who you'd like to fight first in Bellator, or did we lose him?
We might have lost him.
Yeah.
The streak continues. This could possibly be the most jinxed show on YouTube. He'll come back. Can you imagine having the balls to tell that guy you're going to meet him at the gym?
Yeah, you tell them it on Twitter or Instagram, you know, but they never actually go to the gym. No.
Meet him at the gym? What are you going to go do? Wash his car?
Yeah,
we're here, buddy.
All right, my bad.
All good. So I was saying, I know you have your eyes on the Bader versus Nemekov fight on August 21st, but Bellator does have some talented fighters in the 205 division, including Phil Davis, Liam McGarry. Have you looked at who you like to fight first, or is that up in the air?
Like I said, it's up in the air for me right now. Being new in the organization, I ain't finna go out and start calling people out. At the same time, I know I've been to the top. I'm at the top. I've been in the UFC. I fought everybody up to the number 1 and number 2 position, you know? Everybody but the number 1 and number 2 position. I beat Glover Teixeira, who was 3rd for many years, and so I came there and knocked him down. I beat Lil Latifi, number 4. You know, I had beat the number 5. I beat Jan Blachowicz prior. You know, I beat all those guys that had been there, that beat those guys that went over to Bellator. So I know what I'm capable of. I know the last fight was just a user error. It wasn't like a guy actually beat me. I went out there and got caught. You know, fish get caught. When you go out there and you do dumb stuff, you get caught. And I didn't fight the way I should have. I got caught, and that's okay. I paid that price. I lost that title contention fight on my own. Nobody to blame. But it's time to go to Bellator and take it out on them. So anybody they give me, if it's Bader, Phil, Lyoto Machida, Liam, I mean, I know my boy Liam, I talked to him the other day. He's still not technically cleared yet, and we train probably 2-3 times a week when I first got to New Jersey because he lived right down the street from me. And then I used to train with him once a week when he moved to New York. That's a fight I would rather not fight right off the get-go because we're so close to friends. But if it happens, it happens. It's always business. He understands that as well as I do.
I got to tell you, Corey, I love that positive attitude, man. It's awesome. Really awesome. So my question for you is about the time that you spent with DC while he's been training for the fight, obviously, at AKA. So one DC recently said on a podcast, he spoke about you specifically, that, you know, he appreciated all the hours that you had given him on the mat in the lead up to the fight camp. And he also said that he wasn't healthy enough in the second fight to rely on his wrestling because of the back surgeries that he had had 6 months prior. So he said that changed the camp, and his back feels phenomenal now. So my question is, one, how has DC looked on the mat during the fight camp? And two, it really sounds like you guys are a family over there at AKA. So do you have plans for the fight? Like, will you be in his corner, or like, will you be watching the fight somewhere?
Oh, I'll definitely watching the fight, but I had to get back home to my family. You know, I'm out here New Jersey based. We're same place as Joy, right down the road. But
I live in
like
Jersey
I told him,
too.
I wish I could have made it out to Vegas and been there with him, but I had already did 2 weeks away, 2 separate weeks with my family, and it is like a family there, man. He flew the whole team out to Vegas with him, and only 4 people can be in the arena with him. So it's crazy. That's how close they are. He literally paid for everybody's flights, the whole team, anybody that was with him during the camp. He had a second house, and with COVID going on, everybody moved into the second house, so they were safe. They didn't have to worry about sharing it with the family, or nobody could go out and hang out. You couldn't bring anything into the house. It was great to be with that great tight knit of a family. It's kind of reminded me of here in Jersey with Frankie Yeager, Marlon, when we was all here. We were the same way. You know, we meet up, we go to little barbecues and stuff together, and it was just like family. And his back is definitely, like I said the same thing to him, like, how much you weigh right now? Because you see the second fight, he was kind of chunky looking. And he was, I'm like 235, 236. Like, ain't that what you weighed in the first fight? He's like, yeah, like you look way smaller now than you did then. He's like, yeah, I was fat, man. I had just literally got off of surgery, and they kind of offered me to fight, and I had to take it. But this time I feel great. This is the first day I got there, and we trained, and you can tell right there his wrestling, his hand fighting, everything. Hand fighting and wrestling, that's like the main dictator. If you can hand fight hard and push and pull, and somebody push and pull on your head and neck, and you never like break stance, you know you got a strong back. And we did that multiple times a week, and he never broke from his stance, and he pushed for the whole hour or however long we was there. So like I texted him today, like, man, you go out there, you do what we did the whole camp. Do what you're known for. You ain't got to go out there and strike with him. You can beat him with your wrestling, you can beat him with your pace, you beat him with your heart. Everything you got, you're better than him. Use that and drown this man. So I'm excited for him to go out there and dominate and walk out on top like nothing ever happened.
Sweet. So if it's all right with you, we're just going to go through the main card for tomorrow and just get your thoughts on main card.
Okay.
All right, so the first fight is John Dodson versus Merab Davashvili. The always dangerous John Dodson, 5-5, his last 10. He's been fighting in the UFC since 2011. He's fought everybody: Peter Yan, Marlon, Demetrius Johnson twice, TJ Dillashaw. As for Merab, he's a very impressive wrestler like yourself. He fights out of Long Island, Team Sierra Longo. After losing his first 2 UFC fights, he's on a 4-fight win streak going into this matchup. How do you see this one going?
I think this is a big step up for Merab. You know, like you said, Dodson's been there forever. He's fought the who of who in those weight classes. And Dodson is fast. Like, I've been on the car with him twice and just watching him in the back, just the way he moved. And one time, actually, he fought after me, so I was in the crowd watching him live. It's just like a little lightning bolt, zing, 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 everywhere. I know Merab he isn't as fast, but his wrestling is really good. But so is Dodson. So I think he's going to have a problem trying to get Dodson down, and Dodson's going to be able to pick and move, pick his shots, get in and out, and keep just point boxing.
Cool. All right. Well, on to the next one is Herbert Burns versus Daniel Pineda. Burns entered this matchup on a 5 fight win streak. He's ending 4 in the first round and 1 in the second. He's a very skilled grappler with 8 pro submission victories, and Pineda is welcome back to the UFC after being cut in 2014. He's away from the UFC. He went 8-2 with 2 no contests in between. He's also a vet who fought in Bellator and PFL. Out of his 26 victories, 0 by decision, 18 by sub, and 8 by KO. How do you see this one going?
We was actually talking about this fight today at practice. I don't know the guy that's coming back in that well, but I seen Burns' last fight, and I know his brother Gilbert Burns. In the last fight, Burns looked so good on the mat. He was so confident, got the fight to the ground, and did what he did. So not knowing this other guy, I hear he's pretty good at jiu-jitsu as well, but I think Burns is going to be able to out chess him on the mat, because that's what the mat is. Jiu-jitsu is a chess match. If you make that one move, could be your wrong move or could be your best move. And I feel like Burns is going to be able to capitalize on one mistake, and that's going to be it.
Next fight, a heavyweight fight I've been looking forward to since they announced it. JDS against Rosenstruck. Obviously, Junior Dos Santos looks to be in the best shape of his career by a mile. I mean, he's ripped, man. That said, he still has a chin that's been touched and cracked before. For a long time, you know, his pocket boxing was some of the best in the heavyweight division. I think Stipe has really good pocket boxing now. So, you know, all that said, I really like Rosenstruck a lot. I know that he really should be 0-2 in his last 2 fights. He gets knocked out by Francis in like 20 seconds. The fight before that, he loses every round to Alistair Overeem, but he blows up his lip with like 10 seconds left in the fight. So all that said, do you think the old man still has enough in the tank for one more go around? Because nobody knows Rosenstruck. Nobody knows what he did as a kickboxer. How do you see the fight, Corey?
I see if Dos Anjos or JDS stands out there and try to bang with him, he's going to go to sleep. Like you said, he has a chin that's been tested. You know, if you got a chin like that, like I was saying, I feel like if he goes out there and does a well-rounded game, try to take him down, whatever, wear him down with that or get him down and keep him down each round, he can survive. But if you go out there and you want to sit out there and just box with this dude, we've already seen Rosenshaw when he landed that one big shot. Like I was talking to my coach today when I fought Johnny Walker, he was on the card and he knocked Arlovsky out with a jab. It's like if you can hit somebody with a jab and you put him to sleep like that, if you try to sit there and bang with this dude, if he throw heat, he didn't hit Nogano, but there was a chance if he landed, it could have hurt. He's got bricks in his hands, so there's no point in standing there trying to bang it out. So it depends on if JDS shows up as a martial artist or a boxer. I watched him bet it today. It kind of sounds like he's going to go out there and just slug with him. And if he does that, I'm going with Rosenshaw.
Yeah. Jay likes to hear that. All right, on to the co-main event. We got Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Chico Vera. Sugar, a big fan and betting favorite, has knocked out his last two, finished his last three, all in the first round. He has a 3-inch height advantage to go with a 2-inch reach advantage. This is arguably Sean's biggest test to date versus solid Chico Vera, who's 9-5 in UFC, has never been finished in his professional career. Chico is one of the most active fighters in the UFC, comes in winning 5 of his last 6. What do you think about tomorrow's co-main event?
I think Chico is going to get it done. I see Chico as I saw myself in the Johnny Walker fight. You know, I'm not saying that Sean O'Malley is hype, but they putting a lot on him. Everybody expecting him because he's exciting. He's flashy. But again, he hasn't fought someone like Chico Vera. Just like Johnny Walker hadn't fought somebody like me, somebody well-rounded who has 14 fights in the UFC that's been around the block, and he knows, all right, this kid is dangerous. I got to stay away from the things that he does good and do what I do better. And I feel like Chico's going to go out there and do what he does, and it might not be a knockout or a finish, but I feel like he's going to outpoint O'Malley as he's throwing big things, trying to put him out early, and Vera's just going to be there and outwork him.
All right, the main event, your friend, obviously, Daniel Cormier against Stipe Miocic. This you would know better than anybody, but from everything we've heard, it should be Daniel Cormier's last fight. And I truly believe the fight will define his legacy and Stipe's. Stipe wins. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time. If Cormier wins, there's a legitimate argument to be made that he's the greatest combat sports athlete ever. So we can literally talk about the intricacies of the fight for an hour, Corey, right? I mean, you know, whether it's Stipe didn't have enough recovery time from Ngannou dropping him 6 months prior to the first one, or Daniel Cormier wasn't fully recovered from his back surgery going into the second fight. You know, at the end of the day, Cormier knocks him out in the first fight, and in that second fight, he was up 3-0 going into that fourth round until Stipe made the adjustment in the fourth round. He started ripping the body. He started throwing liver shots, and then it changed the complexion of the fight. So I want to know, A, how do you see the fight really playing out? And my other question is, do you think we see the latter rounds? Do you think we see a third or a fourth round in this fight?
I feel the fight, if DC goes out there and, like I said, shows up as a mixed martial artist and uses all the skills I know he's capable of and gets his guy to the ground, there's a chance he could finish him on the ground, or if he kind of paced himself and just kind of drowned him, it could go to the fourth and fifth round, or maybe go to a decision. But like I said, from training with DC, and I'm a fan of Stipe as well, and I was on the card with him when he won the belt, and since we were the only Americans on it, we actually partied in a hotel together. Like I talked to him, I was cool with him, close to him, still cool with him. I feel he's going to go out there with more of a striking base. He's going to try to take him down at one point or not, but I don't see him taking DC down. And if DC gets him down with the way he's so heavy, he's so compact, I felt the weight of him when he hangs on your neck and he's on your back when you're trying to get up. is taxing. It makes you tired. And if DC does that for 3-4 rounds, I just don't see Stipe being able to use his hands and his legs to move, to punch and kick, to do anything to land those shots. And it'll make him fear the takedown from DC, which is going to open up for strikes, which, as we've seen, DC can knock him out if he land one big shot.
Awesome. Well, Corey, thanks for coming on the show. As you know, I'm Team Anderson all day.
All day, baby.
Is there anything you like to plug, or can you let our followers know where they can find you on social media?
I just want to thank you guys for having me on. Thank the fans that's been supporting me. Everybody support this next move. All the haters that hate on the next move, keep hating. You still motivate me and fuel me. I love you all. You can follow me at Corey_MMA. That's Corey, the letter A_MMA. That's on Twitter and Instagram. And I just can't wait to get into that Bellator cage and give you guys a show. I'm ready to go out there and show the world I'm the best, even at any platform.
Thanks so much for giving us a couple minutes, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Thanks, Corey.
Yeah, all right, there he is, Corey Anderson. Oh man, what a cool dude.
Yeah, he's really straight class act, man. From as a friend, as a fighter, straight class act. I can't say anything bad about the dude. But hey, that wraps about. I mean, good luck to everybody on your bets. Enjoy UFC 252. Jay, anything else you want to say to the people?
That's it, brother. We'll see you guys tomorrow, about a half an hour before the fight start for the Fight Cast. Live betting all night long like we do. And then Sunday we'll be back for the NASCAR race. Joey will have MLB on lock. And that's it, man. Do what we do all weekend, Joey work.
That's right. Cash and tickets, baby.
All right, guys, we're out.